Hello again, everyone. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw Supershow review for tonight, May 28, 2012, aka Memorial Day edition. Overall, this edition of Raw, okay, wrestling wise, a lot of squashes, a lot of silly things tonight, but we saw a lot of storyline building for No Way Out, a couple of new feuds develop, and a tag team possibly breaking up, and a faction maybe breaking up with that. Not just a team, but maybe a faction as well. A stable, should I say. I'm gonna first segment tonight, starting off with the Big Show. Big Show came out, blah blah blah. Basically, Big Show, it's all about him. That's his whole storyline about him saying no one cares about me. When I got fired, no one cared. Everyone went on with their business. No one stood up for me. That's his whole thing. That's why he did what he did to John Cena. Blah blah blah. It's stupid. You know what I mean? They could add more excitement to this. You could add more exciting things happen to excite more feuds, but no, you got Big Show involved in this silliness. And of course, Big Show left a pool of injured bodies tonight, which I'll be talking about throughout the entire review about Big Show's carnage all around the arena. And he says he liked to put people's smiles on. Well, he's not about smiling people anymore. It's all about him smiling, of course, especially this match against John Cena. Later on in the evening, John Laurinaitis would declare that Big Show's John Cena's match will be a steel cage match. There's been rumors about No Way Out being a steel cage pay-per-view. Well, this confirms that the rumor may be true. Although we don't know any other steel cage matches yet, but like I said, Big Show Cena now is going to be a steel cage match. By the way, no Cena tonight. He's set to return next week. That's why Big Show did his carnage. Big Show was allowed to choose any opponent he wanted. He teased a lot of people. He beat the crap out of Alex Riley and Santino Morel in the locker room before choosing Borders Clay, a guy he singled out for not stepping up for him and dancing right after Big Show got fired last week. That would be our main event. Now, I thought Laurinaitis and Cena was a main event. Crappy. But this probably was a crappy main event before we get to our crappy main event. On our first match of the night, squash Santino Morella against Alberto Del Rio. Now, this all started last week after Santino, Coldblood, recorded Rodriguez last week and announced Alberto's name last week on Raw and beat up Ricardo. Now, I thought maybe Alberto and Santino may have a feud, but thankfully it's only one match. Because, of course, Alberto will be going for the world title at the No Way Out pay-per-view. Basically, it was a squash. Santino was trying for the Cobra early, but then Alberto got the arm breaker. 1, 2, 3 tap. Santino. Alberto wins. Of course, Ricardo was rolling the R's. Alberto Del Rio! Really yelling in Santino's face following his loss. Of course, like I said, after that, Santino got his ass beat by Big Show backstage. After Big Show was declared that he could pick any opponent he wanted. Like I said, he picked Borders Clay. That'll be step 1 of his carnage. So there you go. Santino loses to Alberto Del Rio. Alberto building momentum for his match against Sheamus. We would see Sheamus later on build momentum for himself in our co-main event in the evening. Now on our next match, which was for the WWE Tag Team Championships, the first of 2 over-the-limit rematches tonight. It was Team Kofi and Team R-Truth, Kofi and Truth taking on Zigzag, Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Well, maybe the last time they would team up. They lost at the Over the Limit pay-per-view, and it was almost like the Over the Limit match all over again. Kofi and Truth coming out strong, but then there was a double team between Swagger and Ziggler. But it wasn't as long as the last double team. Basically, it was a double team on Kofi Kingston instead of 2-on-1 on R-Truth, which was most of the match on last Sunday. But then, of course, Kofi got the wild tag in to R-Truth. R-Truth came in like a house of fire. Basically, got the victory for Team Truth and Team Kofi. The little Jimmy move by Truth on Swagger. 1, 2, 3. Truth, like I said, Truth and Kofi win. Dolph is, of course, I think that's a key word right now in WWE. Is everyone's frustrated. Big Show's frustrated about people not caring about him. about people stepping up for him. He cares about him. Dolph Ziggler may be feeling the same way. And I feel the same way as he does. Dolph Ziggler's a decent athlete, he's a decent wrestler, but he doesn't need Vicky. He doesn't need to be a tag team guy. He needs to be a singles guy and be built properly for a singles title. That's not the internet title. Sorry, Zack Ryder. Love you, boy, but I don't think Dolph should get the internet title. Especially if, we got this whole Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder thing, maybe for WrestleMania. Once again, no Zack on Raw. Are you serious, bro? Anyway, Zack's downward spiral continues as will Miz. I'll talk about Miz in a moment. Anyway, so Dolph walked out on Vicky and Swagger. Later on in the evening, Dolph was talking to Vicky about canceling the tag team and focusing on him as a singles wrestler, not a tag team guy. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Dolph leave Vicky and leave Jack. But as right now, Dolph Ziggler wants to be a singles guy, not a tag guy. So like I said, truth, Kofi retained the tag team titles tonight. On to the second over the limit match, rematch of the night in a non-title. Daniel Bryan taking on the cover boy of the WWE, the team video game, CM Punk. Now, like I said, the revolution is coming. Was mostly a viral campaign promoting the release of WWE 13. It wasn't about promoting a new guy coming back. That's why it didn't air on TV. It was mostly internet viral campaign to promote the WWE video game coming out October 30th with CM Punk on the front. Despite a fake cover from Raw Nights, thank God that's not the real cover. So Punk and Bryan, not as good as their over the limit match, but a very exciting match nonetheless for being a Raw match. Very exciting match for being a Raw match. Very back and forth action, mostly like the over the limit match, a little shorter. And midway towards the match, AJ came flying in. Of course, AJ's been kind of infatuated with CM Punk lately. That led towards another backstage confrontation last week with Punk admitting he liked crazy girls like AJ. But AJ was as much a kiss of death to Punk as she was to Bryan. AJ distracted the referee as Daniel Bryan took the turnbuckle off, and that's how he won, actually. Thanks to AJ distracting the referee when Bryan took the turnbuckle off, AJ inadvertently caused Punk to lose, with Daniel Bryan winning and possibly getting himself another match at Punk at No Way Out, as I predict. I mentioned Big Show and Cena's in a steel cage. Maybe Bryan and Punk would be in a steel cage, especially to prevent people like Kane interfering, because Kane came out after the match attacking Daniel Bryan, but then AJ, trying to make up the punt after inadvertently costing him the win, gave Punk a steel chair to try to hit Kane with, which he did, causing Kane to leave the ring. So this whole AJ Punk thing, been seeing it teased for the last couple weeks, and so now we're probably going to see the whole AJ Punk thing, and AJ may be a factor. If Punk does wrestle Daniel again at the pay-per-view No Way Out for the WWE Championship, which I'm guessing, especially now Bryan got the victory. Like I said, couple great submissions again. Not as good as the WWE title match at Over the Limit, but still for a Raw match, non-title. Very exciting match once again by Punk and Bryan, but Daniel Bryan gets the win. Non-title though, but thanks to AJ inadvertently costing Punk the loss. Speaking of guys who won it over the limit, on with our next match, which was Christian against The Miz. Now, The Miz and Christian were the last two guys in the People Power Battle Royal last week at the pay-per-view to get a title shot at the US or IC title. Of course, as we all know, Christian last eliminated The Miz and got the title shot against Cody Rhodes, who was on commentary tonight for the match for the Intercontinental Championship. Cody on commentary being very frustrated at Christian. It was an okay match from Christian, basically kind of a mini squash. Miz, like I said, Miz is going through a downward spiral. Boy, he's just very frustrated these days. Everyone's frustrated in WWE about something, like I said. Dolph about not being a singles guy. Big Show, him, and Miz being demoted a lot. He's been getting a lot of heat backstage, so we'll see if Miz can come back. But Miz did okay in the match, but Christian, despite numerous interferences and distractions by Cody Rhodes, Christian got the win with a kill switch. 1, 2, 3, Christian beats The Miz. And after the match, Miz was, of course, venting about not getting a title shot anymore. But it's not all about him not being on the front of WWE13, about me, kind of like Big Show, being frustrated about everything. But here comes Randy Orton. It basically comes in and all KOs Miz. Now, the reason why you saw that tonight is because, as some of you may not know, most everybody in the wrestling fan world knows about Chris Jericho and his whole Brazilian flag incident at a house show last week. Jericho was hoping to probably start a feud with Randy Orton after attacking Randy Orton last week with 3 code breakers. But thanks to his suspension, like I mentioned, Randy Orton needs someone to feud with. So apparently Orton's gonna feud with Miz. Just an RKO to start off the feud. We're probably gonna build more towards the feud in the next couple of weeks before probably their match at No Way Out. So I was guessing Orton was going to wrestle Jericho, but those plans were wise, so I'm guessing Orton Miz at No Way Out. So there you go. A couple of storyline buildings, mostly storyline buildings. The matches themselves are just okay tonight, especially our co-main event, Sheamus against David Otunga. David Otunga and Eve were in a meeting with Mr. Laurinaitis about John Laurinaitis being disappointed with them, yada yada yada. Otunga lost to Cena last week. Eve winning SmackDown. Sheamus not apologizing for whatever reason, yada yada yada. So Otunga said, "I'll beat Sheamus." Well, for a guy who can't even beat John Cena, beating Sheamus is a whole different ballgame. It basically was kind of a mini squash as well. Otunga tried his best, but ate the white noise and the bro kick. 1, 2, 3, Sheamus building momentum towards, like I said, the match against Alberto Del Rio for the world title. So Sheamus and Alberto both won the matches tonight, building momentum towards the match for both of them. Of course, we don't know if that title match will be a steel cage match or not. Same with Punk and Bryan. But like I said, at least Punk, Bryan may be a steel cage match, but we know now Cena and Big Show will be a steel cage. Speaking of Big Show, on to our main event. And like I said, I thought John Cena and John Laurinaitis was the crappiest main event in a while. Well, the crappiest main event of all this year has to belong to Big Show and Brodus Clay. It wasn't even a match. Brodus came out doing his dancing, Big Show, and Big Show does have a point here. Although I hate this whole Big Show turning heel thing and being a jerk, he does have some valid points about Brodus selling out. About people saying, "Oh, Big Show, you sold out. Brodus, you're the biggest sellout of all. Instead of being a big monster, you're selling out to be a goofy dancing fool," which is what he is. Big Show does have some valid points. But like I said, this whole Big Show turning heel thing has been stupid from the get-go. And you want proof on why this Big Show turning heel sucks? Well, watch the main event tonight. After Big Show said his words, Big Show basically speared the fuck out of Brodus Clay. No contest. Now I was like, don't tell me this match ain't gonna start where it didn't. Big Show just beat the crap out of Brodus Clay outside the ring, running him against the ring post. Kofi Kingston, R-Truth was trying to save him, but they got their asses kicked for their worth. And Big Show dumped the foot on the table. He nailed Brodus Clay with ball to the table. So, and I know the reason why they did this. I bet you Brodus Clay's ego got into there. He probably went to WWE and say, "If I'm wrestling Big Show tonight, it better be a no contest, because I don't want to get pinned." Because Brodus Clay hasn't been pinned yet. So Brodus Clay is actually still undefeated, because no contest doesn't count, because no one wins on that occasion. So Brodus Clay is still undefeated, but the main event kind of sucked. It wasn't, like I said, not even a match. It was more like a segment. As Big Show was, like I said, Big Show was on a rampage tonight, causing carnage all over the arena, beating the crap out of AY, Santino backstage. He beat the crap out of Brodus Clay tonight, knocking him out as well. Although his knockout punch I thought was a little weak for being against a big guy like Brodus Clay. I've seen him deliver better knockouts to other people. And I have one more thing to say about Big Show's promo. His match against Aki Born at WrestleMania 21 did suck. That match was probably one of the worst WrestleMania matches ever. Even worse than old Triple H at WrestleMania 25. Anyway, and of course Big Show annihilating Kofi and R-Truth as well as Brodus. So Big Show left a pool of bodies as Raw went off the air. Big Show and Laurinaitis standing tall. Of course, as I mentioned in the beginning, John Cena wasn't there tonight. He delivered a Memorial Day message via videotape. Big Show will be confronting Cena next week. John Cena will be on Raw next week live. So see what happens there with Big Show and Cena. Now with a steel cage, trying to make the match more exciting, even though the match is going to suck next in 2 weeks at No Way Out. That is it for my Raw review for tonight. Like I said, it built some storylines. The whole Big Show thing, sending messages to WWE and Cena, possible Dolph Ziggler leaving Vicky, Orton starting a feud with Miz after Y2J got suspended. The whole Punk and Daniel Bryan thing evolving. Probably a match will probably happen now thanks to Daniel Bryan's win tonight. So more about building storylines and building momentum towards No Way Out. That's it for my review. Thank you again. Bear in mind, you've all been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you very much. See you all later. Yeah.